Gary, tell us then about your two new signings.
Yeah, delighted to get them over the line. Obviously, Liam, I've known all about, watched him a few times, but I think the thing that stuck out in my mind, I think he's mentioned he was in a behind closed doors for Tranmere, coming from a first division club. I think it's common now. A lot of players don't want to put themselves in that situation, and I admired that. So instantly I took a shine to him because of that. He shows the right attitude, and I know what he's capable of. He's quick, he's mobile, he enjoys defending, and he's competent on the ball. And I think he also gives us that versatility as well.
And you've brought in an attacking midfielder as well.
Yeah, Lois is he's an attacking midfielder with an eye for goal, and he gives us that little bit of physical presence as well in the midfield. He's a big lad, high energy, and I think he was sought after as well. He's had a good season, good couple of seasons at Halifax, and I know there was a couple of clubs interested in him, but he was impressed by certainly the setup at Tranmere. I'm delighted we've convinced him to come here.
To have 5 names already pushed over the line, Stephen Jennings has signed his contract as well. How important is it to have those names tied down already, not even in June yet?
Yeah, I think I sort of concentrated through the spine and the side. I needed to get the right type of people in, characters, winners, leaders, and I think I'm delighted so far with what I've achieved there. But I keep saying as well, we want goals. I think we got that with Norwood and certainly Maynard, but we're still looking for that as well. And then it's whatever fits as well. This is going to be the right character, the right type of player, and it's got to fit into what we're trying to build here.
A few other out of contract players that haven't signed yet. Any update on who might have been offered a contract or who might not have been?
Yeah, I've spoke to the release list. They've obviously left the club. The other lads who I've spoke to, and I think that's only fair that that's personal with the lads, and they've got a certain amount of time to think over what they want to do. But we have, I have been in contact with them players, and like I said, I'm going to respect their decision, and we should have some news on that soon.
How important with Liam the versatility of somebody who can play in the 4? If you want to play 3 centre defenders, he can play at full back. I mean, sometimes that sounds great, but on other occasions you get somebody who maybe, because they can play in a variety of roles, finds it difficult to maintain one solid position that they believe to be the best.
No, because I think no matter what side we have, I'm not one of these people who likes to change the team every 5 minutes, but I do like to change, slightly tweak the way we play in the system, and that may, I think it certainly helps. It won't just be one individual will be asked to change a certain role or even a position. So I think it's important that people understand every position on the pitch, and that's not to say because he's versatile that I'm going to be throwing him right back one week and left wing the next week. I think it's just good to know that you've got someone who's flexible enough to do that, and it just gives you different options.
And great to hear somebody talking about really enjoying defending, because it is an art, isn't it? Very much an art form, being somebody who can read the game and read the game if they're playing in different positions as well.
Yeah, well that was important in research, and I think in Liam Hogan and Richie Sutton we've got 2 players who actually thrive on defending, and I think that is important.
The character of the player as well, is that something that's absolutely crucial to who you're looking to bring in?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. I think I said when I come in I wanted a winning mentality, so winners and leaders out there as well, and I'm confident I've got that, certainly with the 5 new signings and the re-signing of the captain.
And just on squad building as well, you've got 2 goalkeepers, young goalkeepers who haven't had a taste of first team action yet. Are you happy to go into the season with them, or are you looking to bring in someone more experienced?
Obviously it would be unfair for me to say I'm going to start the season with 2 young lads. I've not seen a lot of them, but I've heard good things about them. We are looking for a keeper, I am looking for a keeper, but again, we're still in May. I think the season only finished a couple of days ago, so I think I'm delighted what we've got in over the line. I'm certainly not rushing into decisions, and that's certainly one of them with the goalkeeper.
Tell us a bit more about what you think that Lois can bring to the whole setup. I mean, an attacking midfielder is obviously, can add so much to what you do at the top end of the pitch, and you know, goals from all over are welcome, and it looks as though with his record that he can provide that and more.
Yeah, he'll be stepping up to being full time, which, you know, that's something that, you know, I think he's really wanted. Like I said, he's certainly had interest from league clubs, but, you know, he's a Manchester lad, so, you know, I think it was probably fitted that it was local. But then I think when he come here and seen the size of the place and, you know, got a feel for the people around the place, you know, it was, you know, I think it was an easy decision for him. It certainly helps us. He's got experience in the league. He knows the type of grounds that we'd be going, the type of pitches we'd be playing on, the type of opposition we'd be playing against. So he's got that experience as well. He's got a hunger and a desire. And like I said, you know, he's a physical lad. You know, he uses it in the right way, and, you know, he likes to use his energy as well to get forward and, you know, chip in with a few goals.
And you've only been here a few short weeks, but already there's a whiff of renewed ambition about Tranmere now, and the fact that you've been able to do quite a bit of business already obviously is good. How much more business to do between now and August?
I think it's non-stop, and that's not just signing players. You know, there's a lot of things. I think I have worked non-stop since I've come in. I think that's evident certainly with the players who got over the line, but it's more than that. You know, preparing the pre-season, the right type of games. You know, the workload, etc. So there's a lot of things we've got to work to. You know, I want to get it right. I want to give ourselves the best chance for when the season starts that we'll hit the ground running. You know, I'm under no illusion how difficult it's going to be. You know, yes, in one hand I want to give the supporters a bit of hope and a belief that, you know, that we can get promotion. But I keep saying as well, there's no divine right for that. It's difficult. You know, I think Bristol Rovers will vouch for that. You know, they've achieved it, but by the skin of the teeth. You know, penalty shootout in the end to get them back up, and I think I'm right in saying they never won a game in the first 6 games of their season. So it is difficult. It's a hard league. The biggest challenge we've got is expectation. You know, when you speak to the lads, what's different about this league, what's different about the league. Everyone knows when you go into all them league grounds what you're up against, and there's no divine right to beat them. But when you're playing against teams you've never heard of,
it's the great unknown, isn't it?
Yeah, and you think you've got a divine right to beat them, and you haven't, because, you know, them teams are good. You know, I remember warning teams about the likes of Fleetwood. People had never heard of Fleetwood. They're now in League One. You know, Crawley, they were in League One. Stevenage, these were clubs that no one had heard of a few years ago, and, you know, they've got themselves right up to the first division. You know, so people don't really take them seriously until they're in the Football League, and believe me, there's a few more of them teams in the conference.
You mentioned how Lois has had interest from league clubs, but he's come here. The same happened with Norwood. Is this a kind of signing that can make people in and around the conference, maybe even League Two, look up and take notice?
Oh, I think certainly. I think that that's the size of the club. You know, it does have it does have an advantage. You know, but I think what we're trying to do here, you know, we do have to try and sell it to, you know, if you're getting league interest, but, you know, if this club gets the, you know, hopefully the promotion, which we'll be aiming for, then, you know, this is a fantastic club. This should be in the league. You know, this is a better opportunity, getting the Football League by earning the right to be in the Football League by getting promotion. You know, and that's what I'm trying to sell to them players, and, you know, them lads have been brave enough to say, yeah, you know, I like the club, massive club, and they believe that they can be part of a winning team and hopefully get that promotion we deserve.
How much of an adjustment do the players who been playing part-time have to make when they go full-time?
I think it depends. I think it can be, again, people automatically think you're going to become a better player just because you're going full-time. You know, that's not always the case. You know, I remember when I was part-time, you know, I was probably fitter when I was part-time because I used them days, you know, training myself, and then you go to a football club, and a lot of clubs don't utilise their full-time by, you know, the days off on a Friday, and, you know, 5-a-sides on a Tuesday, and I think them days have gone now. I think you've got to utilise that full time to the best of your advantage, not only fitness wise but tactically, and getting the lads together and understanding how they want to play. So you've got to utilise that full time status to the best of your advantage, and, you know, that's something that we'll certainly be doing. You know, with regards to Lois, who's come from part-time to full-time, you know, I think he'll thrive on it. You know, he's a real fit lad, he's an intelligent lad, and, you know, this is what he's always wanted.
So it's a busy pre-season. So next season you're confident you can actually do this and actually get out of the conference? Is that your absolute aim, would you say?
No, because you know, obviously we want to get promotion.
Yeah.
That has got to be our goal. But my aim is to come here and bring a winning mentality back to the football club. Because you know, I'm taking over a club that's it hasn't won games in 2 years. It's had successive relegations. It hasn't been scoring goals. It's been conceding goals. You know, and the fans who pay good money to come and watch that probably haven't. You know, I doubt very much they've enjoyed the last couple of years. So straight away, I want to bring a group of players here who are going to wear the shirt with pride, bring back a desire and a winning mentality where we're going to win more games than we lose. You know, and hopefully we can. I'm confident we'll be at the top end of the table, and hopefully we can achieve our goal of getting promotion via automatic or the playoffs.